Hey, welcome to What We Thought. Okay, today it's just what I thought because it's going solo. Gotta tell you, I'm brand new at doing this worm harvesting of the worm casings. But if you followed our channel, we've had the raised bed garden bed, and we planted this garden, and boy, was it just a great garden. Produced lots of vegetables for us. But in the meantime, we started a worm bed. My son used to live in Arizona, and he does the worm harvesting of the worm castings and everything, and the red worms, the red wigglers. And he had given us just a handful in a brown bag when we were visiting once, and said, "Here, you can start your worm bed like this." So we opted to do the two. There's like the top and a middle piece, and the bottom just catches all the moisture. So months ago, we switched the bottom to the top to the bottom, and I need to harvest my castings because I think it's time to change. So it's probably been 6 months. I've read that it's been 3 to 6 months when you want to harvest your castings. So I was checking out YouTube like you are right now. And, you know, I like things easy. And I'm like, how do I get these castings out of my worms without losing all my worms? And, you know, you can dump them out on a thing and sift through them and all this. Well, that's not easy, is it? So anyway, let me show you this. And I was watching a guy, how he did it, so I'm going to give it a try. It's probably going to take most of the day to get it done. But that's okay. I got other things to do. So let me show you what I saw and how he did it, and that's how I'm going to do it. I don't remember the guy's name. I apologize for that, but I am going to copy what he did because it looks so easy. Okay, again, we just got these boxes over at, I think, Home Depot or Lowe's, one or the other, and had the lid. I drilled holes in every little square here for air, and then I drilled holes in the bottom of each one of these top two, and the top one is where I've been feeding. And then there's a second one, which is the one I want to work at. Let me sit this down. Okay, so this is the middle one, which used to be the top one. Okay, and then, boy, I didn't realize it was so full. I've got a couple of, let me just show you up here. I've got a couple of cans in there to keep it off of the bottom, but look at there. Look at all the, well, let's just say worm pee in there. That is great for the garden. I'm going to go out and empty that. But before I do, shoot, I've even got worms hanging over here. So yeah, I'm probably past due what I need to do. So let me get this camera resituated and show you what I'm going to do right now. What I'm going to do to start is take my top bucket and put it on the bottom. Look at this rag. They ate right through that rag. Okay, and then I'm going to get my one that I had on the bottom on the top. So now my bottom bin is on the top, and you can see how it's all smashed in like that. So what this guy did, there's worms in here, but he fluffed it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I see, you know, I got plenty of worms in here. So I'm going to fluff this all up, and I'll take out some of these bigger chunks. But what the reasoning or the logic behind this is, I've got my light up on above, and worms hate light. So I'm hoping that these worms, once I get it fluffed up, I get them all agitated, and they want to take a deep dive to get away from the light. And I'll probably have to do this 3, 4, 5 times until the amount of worms reduces. I actually have some big chunks of wood in this bottom part. I will get rid of some of those. Okay, well, this is really moist dirt. Okay, you can see all the worms I got going on up here in the top. So I'm gonna fluff this all up, kind of agitate it, and see if you know, the guy I watched do this. Let's just see if how well this actually works. I'll come back and we'll agitate it in about 15-20 minutes and see if our worms have headed south into the other bucket. All right, it's been 15 minutes, so let's check this out. And I did look while I was away. That channel is called VermiCompost. I got rocks and everything in here. I did put some real dirt in here when I set this up. But VermiCompost, yeah, that guy knows an awful lot about worms. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this up again. Going to disturb these little boogers and see if they can find the way down to the bottom. Still see quite a few in here. I think when I end up doing this is I'm going to end up drilling some more holes. I have a lot of holes in here, but I think I need more. So if this doesn't work after the 4th or 5th time, if there's still a lot of worms, I will end up picking them out and transferring them into the other bucket. For now, we'll see how this does and see in about another 15 minutes. All right, I'm not making you watch every single time. I've done this 3 other times in between this one, and the worms are making their way down. I just have to disrupt them a little bit. So that method that I watched does work. There's still some up here. So I'm going to keep doing this a few more times. I won't do it on camera. And I did want to, if you're still watching, just so I know I'm going to catch a lot of grief in the comments if people react right away. The liquid down at the bottom is not worm pee. I know. It's leachate. It's, you know, worms don't pee. So anyway, I apologize. I was just trying to be funny. So anyway, my worms, we grew our garden, and sometimes we... some of the odd-shaped cucumbers and smaller cantaloupe, we would cut those up a lot. These worms get a lot of cucumbers, and that's why it's so moist. Plus, you know, we haven't done this in 6 months, so the dirt, the soil, the castings is really super moist, more moist than I'd like it to be, but, you know, that's why I'm doing this. We're going to get the castings separated here, get the worms separated here, and I'm going to put, when we're done here, I'll put it in another container just in case there's little eggs in here, little worms ready to cook, little cocoons, I guess I should say. I'm new at this, you know, I don't know all the fancy words for everything with the worms, but anyway, I'll probably put them in another container since it is winter and see if we get any growth out of them, feed them. And before or around spring next year, that's when we'll get the castings into the garden. But for right now, just trying to separate the worms from the top. I'll put some new bedding down, flip them again, or put some food in the top and let the ones on the bottom come up. So just wanted to clarify that if you're still here. I know it's not worm pee. Worms. Basically worm sweat. They don't urinate. So, all righty, just having some fun. All right, I've done this four more times, and I think I got a little container here just in case I see any. They've done pretty good as far as getting back down to the bottom. So, you know, this method seems to work pretty good. Now, while I was doing this, I have been pulling out a lot of large rocks and twigs because I had compost in this particular part when we first started it. There's a little tiny one right there. There's another one. Boy, there's some little small ones in here, so they have been breeding. Come on, get in there. Okay, that's a good sign. See, some of these sticks, when I'm going through, I'm just picking them out each time that I go through this. Looks like there's a, boy, there's some really tiny ones left. I guess they couldn't figure out how to get to the bottom yet. So you can see there's some really small ones in there. So that is good. That's encouraging. that we're not going to be, oh, there's one right there, that we're not going to be putting this dirt into the garden right away, because that's going to give any other cocoons that are in here a chance to grow, at least for the next few months. And I will check them regularly, obviously, and I will add food as I see little baby worms come through. But okay, so I'm going to get this dirt out of here. I'm going to put these worms down in the bottom bucket and get this top one fixed up so the worms underneath can come up. Okay, I got some hangers. Got a hanger there. All right, so I'm going to get these guys in here. And I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I emptied the bottom of this, all the leachate out of there. The worm juice, whatever you want to call it. Now is put the bottom one. This used to be my top one. And this one, I put the cans on the bottom to prevent this from going all the way. And by doing that, on these buckets, I do have holes drilled up here at the top. So on this bucket right here, like right in between, it gives that little bit of airflow, and you can see light through here, through there. So we got air holes. And then, you know, this is a 3 buckets. You get them from Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever, dollar store. And just drill a bunch of holes in the bottom, holes in the side all the way around for air. And this is so the worms can go up and down. This is so when this is the bottom one, the worm juice can go through to the bottom. And my soil is, or my castings and everything is a little more wet than I want. But, you know, it's cool. It's not drying up like it used to. I kept a towel on top of this for the last 6-7 months. And believe it or not, I think I showed you in the beginning, the worms literally ate that towel. So what I'm going to do now is the worms are down here. They're all hiding because of the light. And then I'm going to put this in here. And, you know, I don't have any, I don't get newspapers anymore, you know. So I will tear up some regular white printer paper and get some of this down in the bottom. If you have a paper shredder, perfect. Put some shredded paper in there. I have to just do it manually. I do not have a paper shredder. Let me get some of this. I realize this isn't probably enough on the bottom. Remember, I'm a newbie at this. First time I've had to try to get the worms separated from the castings. This is coconut Noir that I purchased off of Amazon. I can put a link in the description if you'd like. And you add 3/4 of a gallon to it. It comes in a block. And yeah, it makes this much. It's quite a bit. One block probably makes a couple of gallons, whatever that bag is. So I'm actually going to add some more. I'm actually going to add some more paper. And I don't know. Is it too much? I don't know. I'm the newbie. If you know, if you want to give some advice, go for it. I listen to pretty much anybody, whether I follow what you say or not. All right, so try to get that mixed in a little bit. I know it looks like a mess. Leaves are falling right now. I'm going to throw some leaves in there. It's raining today, so they won't break apart as they probably should. Hopefully they will decompose. And I also have some dirt from the backyard, and my backyard's got little rocks in it. But that's okay, because when I clean this out again, I'll just pick out the rocks as I'm moving the castings around to get the worms to go down. I coaxed all my worms to the bottom, just like what was his name, VermiCompost channel said to do, and it worked. I didn't have to sit here, dump it out, try to pull all the worms out. You know, I just go about my day, and every 15-20 minutes. There was probably 1 or 2 times I come out here 30 minutes later, but it doesn't matter. It gives them time to work their way down through those holes to the bottom. My Newbie worm bed mix. You know, and when you feed them, you can put eggshell and coffee and all that good stuff in there. But for now, that's all it is. All right, there you go. You just watched the Newbie get the castings from my worm farm that I started 6-7 months ago. And if I'm doing something wrong, please leave me a comment. Tell me if you got any suggestions. Definitely leave them in the comments. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm like many people. I go on YouTube, try to figure out what I need to do. The worms are actually doing really well, and there's a lot of little baby worms in there. And I'm hoping that the castings that I took out and put in this bucket right here, I hope there's some cocoons left in there and we get more baby worms growing. It's probably going to take 2 to 3 weeks before I start seeing anything, but I'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'll put another piece of plastic over there to keep it moist. It's really, really moist right now, so I'm good for a couple of days. Anyway, the lid also, see how I have all these holes? I just drilled one hole in each square, and that helps with the airflow. Maybe I need more holes. If I do, let me know. And this just goes on top. I don't keep these in a place where I have light all the time. It's winter. I brought them in the garage. During the spring and summer and fall, they're outside on the back patio. So I do add water to them on top of a cloth to keep the dirt moist. And some of that goes through, like I said. And yeah, thanks for checking this out. I hope I didn't bore you to death. And hopefully I can get my edits to where I don't put you to sleep. My name's Kevin, and this is what I thought about doing my worm farm and removing the castings. I hope you have a great day, and like I said, let me know, give me any tips you got. Thank you.